Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining webinar on DLT consent template. Quick introduction about myself. I'm Sandesh Vaman, Senior Manager at Netcore. I'm actively working on the DLT implementation from the initial phase and have decade of experience in the telecom industry. Also, actively working with the domestic and international operator for day-to-day operations. Along with me, my colleague Kedar Satam. Kedar is AVP at Netcore, having decade of experience in mobility platform and experience, customer service. Also, he is working on the DLT project and implementation. In today's webinar, we will be quickly covering about different phases and we'll be mainly focusing on the consent template registration. So, what is a consent? How to register the same on the operator DLT platform. Also, we will be covering the example of the template creation and some reasons of the template failure and the template report. In the last part, we will keep for the FAQs. During webinar, if you have any queries, then you can put the same in our chat box or the chat window and we will try to address those questions in the FAQ section. So, what is the regulation? What regulation says and what are the different phases? TI, TRAI, Telecom Regulatory Authority of India, in its continuous endeavor to create cleaner and transparent system in the Indian telecom industry, has released a new regulation in July 2018 to curb the unsolicited commercial communication and enhance mobile subscriber privacy. The regulation is intended to eliminate spam and fraud, which has been concern for many years. The regulation has mandated the use of blockchain technology, also known as a distributed ledger technology, a well-known word DLT, to implement the solution. So we have there are different phases for the DLT. So we will go one by one, having the brief idea about the previous DLT phases. The first phase was principal entity registration. Any entity, any enterprise who wants to send the messages to their end users and customers have to register on the operator DLT platform by doing KYC documentation and the process. So in the first phase, all entities from the industry have registered on the DLT platform. They have received a unique entity ID from the operator, which will be unique across all the operator DLT platform and will be scrubbed by the operator when the message is transmitted by the entity. After the principal entity registration, second phase was the send ID registration. So operator was registering the operator was checking the send ID, scrubbing the send ID on the DLT platform. So in the send ID registration phase, all the send IDs were registered. The third phase was the template registration. Here, all content template registration was happened. Okay, all type of message content template were registered. The phase went live in the month of April. And the last phase, which is an important phase, is a consent management. And the consent template registration is a part of this fourth phase. So moving to the more information on the consent management, consent template registration. So before we understand how to register the consent, let's have some brief idea information on the type of messages. So on the DLT platform, there are two type of template registration. One is a content template registration, which went live in the month of April. All templates, content templates were registered and they were scrubbed at the operator end. So what are the type of messages? First is the transactional, second service type, and third is a promotional. Service type of messages having the two subcategory. One is a service inferred, that is a service implicit, and a service explicit. So idea behind giving this type of messages is about the to understand what are the type of messages. So the consent template, the consent template is applicable mainly for promotional type of messages and service implicit. Moving to the next part. So let's understand what is a consent and how to register the consent template. So in a simple word, the consent means any voluntary permission given by the customer to the sender, that is the end enterprise and entity, to receive commercial communication related specific purpose product and services. So so in a simple way, consent means a permission given to the basically an entity about the a specific purpose and product and services. Now what is the consent template on the DLT? So to take a consent, there should be some template. So a template of a content which is present to the customer while acquiring his consent and which clearly mentions the purpose of the consent is called as a consent template. Let's understand the example. So when you are rushing the consent template on the DLT, the format of the consent template should be as per the example. Dear Mr. XYZ, we are pleased on your sign up with the your brand name today. To receive exciting promotions and offers on SMS calls, please submit your consent. So this is a format which operator have given in their recent communication, and the consent template should be registered with the same format. A second example gives the more information and explanation. So first you have to mention your brand name, then a dear customer, thank you for visiting the design studio in the today. We would love to stay in touch with you about the new launches and promotions. To continue receiving the exciting offers from us on a call SMS, please submit your consent. So basically, brand name is important, and the scope of consent is very much important because it clearly gives the complete information idea to the operators what is the purpose of that particular consent template. So important note, consent template is applicable only for promotional and service explicit type of messages. It is not applicable for OTP and service implicit type of messages. So how to register the consent template on the DLT platform? The example given here is the Vodafone Idea Operator DLT platform. Once you log in to the DLT portal, you can see there is an option of different options, headers, templates. You can see there is an option of consent template. Okay, so if you click on the consent template, you can have an option to add a consent template. Once you click on the consent template, you will see this screen wherein you can mention your template name. Make sure that template name should be a valid and have the some meaning. Then your brand name, in case of any entity having the different brand, they can mention the brand name for the reference. Next is the scope of consent, which is nothing but a actual consent template. So here you can see the example. A template name is given as a credit card loans. The brand name is a Indie Bank. These are the examples. A scope of consent is Indie Bank would like to seek your consent to send a communication regarding the marketing offers on time to time basis. So here, if any brand having the different type of product, like a bank can have a personal loan, credit card, or different type of product, so a different consent template can be uploaded. As such, there is no restriction on uploading the consent template. You can have many consent template as per your requirement. Here, when you upload the consent, you can see the preview on the right hand side. Once you submit, that consent template will be sent to the operator for the approval. A important point here is you don't have to mention, or you don't have to define any variable in the scope of consent, that in the consent template. So basically it is not allowed. It is a very much a informative message which will give describe your consent purpose. So there are guidelines about the consent template registration. Consent template should be registered in the format shown in the previous example. All the consent templates which are already registered on the portal till date will be considered null and void if they do not conform to the required format. If those consent template are not in format, the operator will not consider those consent template. Next, register your consent template on the DLT system before 15 July. So basically, there are two part. First is a registering your consent template, and second is a consent data. Currently, the deadline given by the operators is to register the consent template. Consent data option will be enabled on the operator DLT platform after 15 July onwards. So the main focus is to register your consent template, because when you want to register the consent data, it is important and mandatory to have the consent template uploaded. Again, against each consent template, you can upload your consent data. Consent data can only be uploaded against the duly approved consent templates. Okay, so the same point, the consent template should be approved by the operator, then only you can upload the consent data post 15 July. Again, the consent template should not have contain any variables. Consent template must be have a brand name, a legal name, a trade name, or the PE, that is the principal entity name. So there should be a brand name mentioned in it. Then only operator will approve that consent template. The purpose of the consent must also be mentioned explicitly in the templates. So during the discussion with the operators, We understand there are many open points related to the consent template which are still not clarified by the operator. Some of the points are a format of consent data. While we have shown you the consent template format that is being cleared and confirmed by the operator, but how that consent data will be in what format, that is still unclear, and operator are going to share that information soon. So next was, while uploading the consent data, what will be the file size, and how that consent will be taken digitally in the future, how the consent will be acquired by the end user. That is also a part of last phase, for which operator will send out a clear communication to the all. Currently that point is also open. There is one more point in the operator communication, that uh, a particular IP or the whitelisted IP will be allowed to upload the consent. So uh, this will be also applicable or the available post 15 July, and operator will give us the process how to whitelist the IP on the DLT portal. Basically, that IP whitelisting can be done from your side to upload the consent data. More clarity, more information is awaited from the operator side. Further, we are the last in the last portion of the webinar. So in the day to day SMS sending, there are major reasons for the failure on the content template front. Okay, this is completely related to the content template. So major reasons for the failure are the like DLT template ID not passed by the end entity, or it is not given to the netcore to map on the netcore portal, a message which is published or sent having the variable length more than 30 characters. This is one of the reason for the template mismatch and the failure. Next is a published message is not matching with the actual DLT content template register on the DLT portal. So there will be some mismatch on the actual message sent and the template register on the DLT. Second point, about the major failure, okay, apart from the content mismatch and all, is about the sender ID which is map on the DLT portal, okay, for a template is different from the header used in the publish message. Example, uh, netcore sender ID is registered under against the one template, but when message is sent, that message was sent with the my today sender ID. So this is a one of the common reason for the message failure. To understand the reason of failure and to have more clarity why the message is failed, on the netcore side, the DLT failure reports are being generated, okay, which will give the clear idea when you download the reports. The first major reason you can see on the report section is the dropped status, which means message published does not have that DLT template ID mapped in the netcore portal. You can get the reason in the reports which give this status. Next status is the DLT sender ID failure. The same reason which given that sender ID is mismatch for the message published with the DLT template ID. A different sender ID being used which is not linked to the particular content template. Next status is DLT template failure. Here there is a mismatch of the message content and the template uploaded on the DLT portal. This status will clearly give the idea about failure, why that particular message is failed. So with this different status which are specially developed to understand the failure reason regarding the DLT, you can easily download the reports, check the status, and understand the reason of failure. So, uh, about the question and answers.
Uh, yeah, thanks, Sandesh. Uh, there are many questions which has been raised. One question which is majoritarily asked is many of our customers has done the consent template registration, okay, and which has been approved already. So do they want to do it again, and they have to do it as a new text? Can you just throw lights on it?
Sure, Kedar. So basically, as this was covered in our slide, so uh, if the template format which is registered on the DLT will match with the operator expected template format, then it is not required. But the template format is different, then definitely that template format will be not considered. That template needs to be re-registered because there is a format as per the our example given. So uh, so it is, if that consent template is in the expected format, then no need to register. But if it is different, if it's too much generic, then yes, definitely that needs to be registered again.
Sandesh, can you just show a sample consent template
Sure,
again
Kedar.
for their reference?
Sure. So here you can see an example. Dear Mr. XYZ, we are pleased on your sign up with the brand name today. To receive exciting promotions and offers on SMS call, please submit your consent. So this is a format. Here there is no variable use, and uh, variable should not be used in the consent template. A second example is a brand name is mentioned at the start of the consent template. Dear customer, thanks for visiting the studio today. We would love to stay in touch with you about our new launches and promotion. To continue receiving the exciting offers from us on call and SMS, please submit your consent. So this is a format which operator have given in a recent communication and should be used to register the consent template on the DLT platform.
One more question which is a frequently asked is what is the difference between the consent and content template?
Yeah, sure. So basically, content template is your actual message which you are going to submit to end user. Okay, and the consent template is somehow a scope of consent or the format of the consent template to acquire the actual consent from the end user. So in day to day messages, you are sending the actual consent OTP messages, service implicit type of message, that is credit debit messages. Those are actual content, message content which are sent to user. Okay, and the consent is something like a permission taken from end user to send the service explicit and the promotional messages. One more point here: once you register a consent template on any of the DLT platform, it will get sync with the other all operator DLT platform. You don't have to register the same consent template again and again with each and every operator DLT platform. You just register once and it will get auto sync to the all rest of the operator.
One question is the difference between explicit and implicit. This is more on the content template, not.
Okay, okay. So basically, uh, in the service category, there are two types: service implicit and the service explicit. So in the service implicit, a message is sent to the end user after doing the any action, like when you have purchased something on the e-commerce website like Flipkart and Amazon. Okay, a OTP is trigger. That OTP is a transactional category, and post that OTP there is a service implicit. Okay, a credit and debit message being sent, like your so and so amount is deducted on this purchase. So this is a service implicit which arise after the action from the end customer. Okay. And in the service explicit, it will be a like send about the giving the information about their product or their different purposes or the new launches and all.
Okay. So in today's webinar, we are getting more on the content template again. One of the question is, uh, I have the why there is a limitation on the usage of the variable where I want to use 10 to 15 variables while the operator or the DLT platform is rejecting or disapproving such templates.
Okay, so basically about this content template query on the variable part, if they have some variable length, okay, which is more than 30 character, they can use the multiple variables, but the content template should have some constant words or constant I can say constant things in that template. Okay, it should not be like one constant and rest of the variable. Operator will not allow that because it does not suits with the regulation. Okay, and the guidelines about the content template. There should be a mix of constant and variable part in the content template. Any other questions, Kedar?
Yeah. Do we need to upload a data? Is one of the question while it is a confidential information.
See, currently, if anyone wants to send the messages under the service explicit category or the promotional category, the consent template and the consent data is a mandatory. About the confidentiality, basically, the data will be secure and the operators are allowing the specific IPs to upload the data. So, yes, the consent data and more information on how to upload and when to upload is still the operators are sending a communication on that part. Post 15 July, that option will be available.
Okay, one more question is uh, okay, the consent template uh, have method of retrieving a consent data.
Okay,
Okay, so I think consent verification they are requesting. So the consent template example which you have showed does not show any retrieve method of a consent template.
correct. So, this is still unclear from the operators. Operators are going to append a method of acquiring the consent at the end of the consent template, for which we are still checking with the operator. The operator will give the more information on this in the next part. That is the second part. The first part which on which operator are pressing is about the consent template. Regarding the consent data, complete information we can cover uh, when we get the clarity from the operators.
Okay, so just to summarize, the point on the consent template is whatever consent template which you have uploaded previously, again, those needs to be relooked and those has to be redone with the proper format or guidelines provided by the operator. There is no direct impact with your content template because the content template which is directly getting used for a delivery of the messages, while a consent template is defining a scope of your content. So you have to make sure you define your scope of a consent. That's the activity which you have to make sure you do while you are using a service explicit or the promotional template or a promotional type of messages. The other part about consent data upload and how the consent verification will be happening, those points are not yet clear from the operator. We'll update you as soon as we get any information from the operator. But at this, from the action point, you have to make sure you update your consent template as per a defined protocol or the guidelines provided by the operator.
Correct, Kedar.
Fine. Uh, we have tried to cover maximum frequently asked questions. Okay. If your question is not answered or things, request you to check our updated emails, which will try to answer your individual questions also, so that you can refer that FAQ sections for a question and answer or the comments from our side, which will help you address your questions. Okay. And we will be conducting similar webinar depending upon the feedback and the pointers which we have raised. We'll try to address or incorporate those into our upcoming webinars, so that we'll cover maximum of the questions in our overall slides. Thank you.
Thanks for joining the webinar. Thank you.